Namaste children. In our previous session, we learned the first two properties of whole numbers. That is commutative property and associative property of addition and multiplication. What is commutative property? Commutative means exchanging. We will exchange the place of two values and then it will be equal in both the left hand side and the right hand side. Next, associative property. Associative means grouping. We were grouping the numbers into groups and then into brackets, and then we will add and check whether both the sides are equal. Same way we will do for multiplication and also verify this property. Okay. Today we are going to learn distributivity of multiplication over addition or subtraction. That is, now look at this equation. Here they have given, first look at the right hand side, a plus b into c. Okay, here is a multiplication sign. You are going to distribute this c to a and to b. Okay, the c is multiplied with the a first. So it is written as a into c. And then plus. Since there is a plus sign here, we are using the plus sign in between the brackets. And then c is distributed to b. It is written as c into b or b into c. Anything is fine because commutative is works for multiplication, right? Same. Since there are two different operations involved, we call this as distributive property. Is it clear? Shall we see one example using this property? Now, look at this number 2 into 3 plus 8 into 3 will give you are going to group this 2 and 8. So, this 2 and 8 is going to be grouped and then into 3 is remaining outside. Okay. So, when you are multiplying, 2 into 3 will give you 6 and 8 3s are 24 will be there. 8 plus 2 will be 10 and multiplication of 3 here. And then 6 plus 24 will give you 30. Same way 10 into 3 will also give you 30. So, can we say that distributive of multiplication over addition is satisfied here? Okay. Next property is identity of addition and multiplication. What do you mean by the word identity? When you are coming to school, you wear an ID card, right? Why do we wear that ID card? Because that is a identification for you. You're coming out of your home, your ID card is in your neck. Sometimes if you get lost or if you have lost your ID card in the road also, they will take that ID card and return it back to your school. How they are giving to the correct school? Because in that ID card, the place will be mentioned. Your name, your standard and where you belong to is mentioned so that it is an identification of you. Okay, same way, here we are going to use this identification in addition. That is, when you are when you are adding 0 with a number, the number will always be the same. Suppose, if you are adding 0 with 10, what will be the answer? It will be 10 only. This identification of 10 will never be lost at any cost. Okay. Same way, you can take even 99 and then you are adding 0 with it. What will be the answer? The answer will be 99 only. The identification of this 99 will never be lost. It is clear for identity now? Next, this is how it is illustrated. Shall we see identification of multiplication? Okay. When you are multiplying any number with 1, its identity will never be lost. Identity means the number should never change. When you are adding, if you add 0 with a number, the number will always be the same one. When you are multiplying 1 with a number, the answer will always be same. For example, take 56. 56 into 1 will give you the same 56, right? So, its identity is not lost. Clear, children? Now, this is the illustration part of identity of multiplication. Shall we move on to the next one? Now, shall we solve this objective type questions in our textbook given? First one, 53 plus 49 into 0 is dash. Any number, it might be any big number, multiplied with 0 will always give you 0 only. Okay. Next, sixth one, 59 by 1. Any number divided by 1, what will be the answer? The value will be the same. Okay. So the answer will be 59. This one, even if there is no 1 below in the denominator, it is called as the same number. Okay, the 59 by 1 is also equal to 59. Clear? Seventh one. The product of a non-zero whole number and its successor is always dash. First, what is a non-zero whole number? Whole number means it starts from 0, 1, 2, etc. Okay, you're going to pick a non-zero whole number. Except the 0, you can pick any number. So let us pick this 2. Okay, and you're going to multiply. The product is given here. So you're going to multiply with its successor. Successor means the number coming after that. What is the number coming after 2? 3. Okay, so you're multiplying with 3. So what is the answer now? 3 into 2 will give you 6. So the question is, the product of a non-zero whole number and its successor is always, the 6 is odd or even? Is even. Okay, if you want, you can check few more non-zero whole numbers and multiply with its successor and check. Okay, next, eighth one. The whole number that does not have a predecessor. What is a predecessor? The number which is coming in front. Okay, before 1 we have 0. Before 2 we have 1. If I am asking before 10, what is the predecessor? What comes before 9? Sorry, before 10, the number 9 comes. Same way they are asking which number does not have a predecessor. So what is the number that comes before 0? Only negative numbers are possible, but negative numbers are not this whole numbers. Okay, so the answer is 0. Okay, ninth one. Which of the following expression is not 0? You are going to simplify this each one and check which one is not 0. 0 into 0 will give you 0. 0 plus 0 will also give you 0. Now, 2 by 0. Any number divided by 0 will give you infinity. Okay, and then wait, let us assume this option C separately, and then option D. 0 by 2 will give you 0. So which one is not 0 here? The third one. Okay, 2 by 0 gives you infinity. Clear? Now, there are few miscellaneous practice problems. I'll just tell you how to do and you're going to solve it on your own. Tomorrow we'll discuss the answers, okay? First one, try to open my locked suitcase which has biggest 5-digit odd number as the password. And the digits are, they have given you 5 digits and they are asking you to find out the password. The only hint that they are giving is, it is the biggest 5-digit odd number. Okay, odd number means it should end with the odd number. And what is the odd number given here? 7 and 3 is there. Okay, now first they are telling you it is a combination of these 5 numbers and as well as it is the biggest number. So which is the biggest number here? 8 is the biggest number, so it should come first. And then biggest number means it should come in the decreasing order as in the set of these 5 numbers. And next you can write 7. And then 5, 4 and 3. Okay. Now you have to, for all the word problems, you have to write statements and then only solve. Now the second one. As per the census of 2001, the population of 4 states are given below. The states in descending and ascending order of their population. Okay. They are giving you this and you have to arrange them in ascending and descending. Ascending means from small to big. Descending means from big to small. You are going to arrange the second one. Just the numbers are given. You are going to arrange. First write ascending, arrange it, and then descending and then arrange it. Okay. Now, the next one. Study the following table and answer the questions. They are giving you years and the number of tigers. How many tigers were there in 2011? The question is, it is a direct question. You must just check this year 2011 and write the answer. Okay. Now, second one. So, there are 1706 tigers in 2011. Next, how many tigers were less in 2008 than in 1990? They are asking you In 1990 there was few tigers, and in 2008 there were another one number of tigers. Which year it was? Sorry, in 2008 how many tigers has been reduced? So you are going to find the tigers number in 1990 and then in 2008 and subtract both the numbers, and you will get the number of tigers that has been reduced in 2008. Okay. Next one. Mullai Kodi has 25 bags of apples. She shares them equally amongst her 6 friends. The question is, Mullai Kodi is having 25 not direct apples, she is having 25 bags of apples. It is going to be in bags, and the apples are going to be 25 in each bag. Okay. Not 25 in each bag, there are going to be 25 bags of apples, and each bag has 9 apples. Okay, each bag is having 9 apples. Like this, there are 25 bags. She shares them equally amongst her 6 friends. How many apples do each get? Are there any apples left over? First, you have to find the total number of apples she is having. Okay, in order to find that, what we have to do? You are going to I told you, whenever you are going to find the total number, what should we do? We have to multiply. Only then the number will be increasing. Suppose if you want to find out the least number, that is, they have given you for a set of 10 people and I want the answer for one person, means what we have to do? We have to divide it and find the answer. Now 25 bags of apples are there and each bag has 9 apples. So altogether how many apples will be there? So 25 into 9 will give you the total number of apples with Mullai Kodi. Okay, and then she is going to divide with her 6 friends. Okay, then what she must do? There are total, the number is bigger now, and she is going to divide it, share it with her 6 friends. So what she must do? She is going to divide and then give how many apples to each person. Shall we solve this sum? Now, the number of bags of apples is 25. The number of apples in each bag is 9. Total apples is equal to 25 into 9. Only when you multiply, you will get the total value. Then number of friends, 6. Number of apples each friends get. For that, we have to divide this 225 by 6. Okay. When you are dividing, you will be getting a remainder here. That is why we are writing the remaining apples is 3. Okay. Is it clear, children? Fifth one, I think I'll give you the hint. You can solve it. A poultry has produced 15,472 eggs and fits 30 eggs in a tray. How many trays do they need? A poultry means a place where this hen and chicken, all these animals will be grown. Okay. Now, it is producing 15,472 eggs and fits 30 eggs in a tray. Each tray is having 30 eggs. How many trays do they need? So, the eggs number is large, and for each tray they are going to have 30 eggs. So, how will they solve? You have to divide and find the answer. Is it clear, children? Now, for homework, you are going to do this exercise 1.6 question number 1 to 5. I have already solved question 1 to 3. 4th and 5th sum you are going to solve on your own. Clear? Thank you, children.